Yellowstone National Park, November 22, 5 that will be remembered by geologists and park visitors alike. Yellowstone National Park has undergone one of the most intense sequences of hydrothermal eruptions in its recorded history. A surge in hydrothermal activity, January 2025, when a previously quiet thermal vent near Norris Geyser Basin erupted violently, ejecting mud and steam over 30 meters high. Rangers temporarily closed several boardwalks after temperatures around the area spiked to over 190 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 degrees Celsius, and new fumaroles appeared overnight. Scientists from the U.S. Geological Survey described the event as a hydrothermal explosion caused by rapid steam expansion. By March, activity shifted southward toward the Upper Geyser Basin, home to Old Faithful. A spectacular hydrothermal blast in mid-April sent a column of steam and debris more than 150 feet into the air, leaving behind a small crater and coating the area with newly deposited silica. This year's events are a reminder that Yellowstone is alive. These hydrothermal explosions are not volcanic eruptions, but they're driven by the same immense heat that fuels the park's geothermal system. What we're seeing is the crust adjusting and releasing pressure in bursts. The summer of steam. During the hot summer months, hydrothermal eruptions became even more frequent. Tourists in July 2025 captured viral footage of a sudden blast at West Thumb Geyser Basin, where a dormant vent near the lakeshore violently discharged steam, shaking the ground and coloring the surrounding water with milky deposits. In August, another notable event occurred at Mud Volcano, where the area's signature bubbling pools became increasingly active. A sudden hydrothermal surge blew apart part of the boardwalk, scattering rocks and sending boiling mud several meters into the air. No injuries were reported, but the area was closed for the remainder of the season. According to YVO monitoring data, more than a dozen hydrothermal explosions of varying size were recorded between May and September 2025, an unprecedented frequency compared to previous years. Sensors detected brief ground uplift in several areas, suggesting that steam pressure and groundwater circulation had intensified. The scientific investigation. Researchers have been racing to understand what triggered this year's surge. Seismic instruments recorded hundreds of small earthquakes, most between magnitudes 1.0 and 3.0, beneath Yellowstone Lake and Norris Basin, likely contributing to fracturing and the release of trapped steam. Thermal imaging satellites also detected a gradual rise in surface temperature across parts of the caldera, particularly around hydrothermal zones that later experienced eruptions. Voices from the park. For park rangers, the eruptions brought both awe and anxiety. You could feel the ground rumble before the blast. Yellowstone isn't just a park, it's a living, breathing planet. Visitors, too, expressed a mix of fascination and fear. Many described hearing deep roars from beneath the earth before geysers suddenly erupted, filling the air with sulfuric steam. Some said it felt like the earth was exhaling. Looking ahead, 2025 draws to a close. Scientists continue to monitor Yellowstone's thermal and seismic networks with heightened attention. The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory has increased real-time data collection from satellite radar, GPS sensors, and new borehole temperature probes.